you've heard of this book. You had to have heard of this book. This book right here will change the game when it comes to setting and achieving your goals. Not just career goals, not just personal goals, goals throughout your whole entire life. This book will teach you strategies that you can apply to every single goal you ever have had. That was a little intense, okay? We went crazy. We went just all the way, 100% with it, but that's how I feel about this book. I love it so much. It really has changed my life. I'm going to tell you how, and I'm also going to tell you how I'm resetting my life right now. And when I say resetting my life, I really do mean like my whole entire life. I've had a traumatic situation happen to me more recently, and it has really just made me take a step back and made me think about the things that I want to do in my life and making decisions to guide my life where I want it to go. The 12-Week Year by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. This book is teaching you to get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. Want a summary or explanation of this book from my point of view? I will link that video up in the cards or down below, because I did take the time to really like break down this book in my own words and share it with you, what it talks about and all that. But I highly encourage you to read this book, listen to the audiobook, flip through all of the good things, especially if you're trying to achieve a goal that you maybe have been working on for a long time and you can't figure out why you're not achieving it. Or if you're a person who sets yearly goals and you can't figure out why you can't stick to your goals, you're never meeting them, you're never accomplishing them, this book right here really breaks all of that down for you and gives you tools to then achieve the goals within 12 weeks. But in this video, I am going to show you how I am resetting my 12-week year and starting all over. I've done the 12-week year a few times. I think I've done it like 4 or 5 times total that I've done the 12-week year, like restarted, set new goals and all of that. However, I would say I've only accomplished or completed my 12-week year maybe 2 times out of the 6 times that I've done the 12-week year as a whole. That's on me and not being disciplined and not sticking to what I said I'm going to do and not completing. But it's definitely possible. Sometimes I think like, oh, I'm not completing because this is impossible, or I'm not completing because this is too hard. And that's not really it. It's because I'm not being disciplined and I'm not doing the things that I said I was going to do. So in this video, I'm making new plans, new goals, and doing what I said I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you all of that. I do have my computer here with me, and I also have it on my phone. So I'm gonna show you both views of the 12-week year setup. I do use Notion, and previously I have made my own Notion templates that I have used, but they could have been better. I wouldn't say like creating templates and create like coding or website type things, that's not really my strong suit, but it is something that I enjoy doing and like trying to flex things to make them better for me. This time I decided to use somebody else's template. So this YouTuber, her name is Anna. Her first name is Anna. I do not know how to pronounce her last name, but that's the name of her channel. I will put her up on the screen. She has made a template, and it is not just in depth, but it's also simple to follow. It breaks down everything you need it to do, and it makes it so you can put it in action. And that's what I love about a good template. And that's why I decided to go ahead and purchase this template. I really wanted to dive into a really good template. And I noticed in the past, like when I create my template and then as I'm going through, so there are maybe features I don't use, maybe features I feel like I need. And because I don't have the means to create them or wasn't be able to replicate what I want in the physical form or in the template form, I end up not using that feature or being lacking maybe in my 12-week year. So I was like, this time I'm going to use the template. I'm going to go ahead and purchase it, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to make it worth my money, because I was also like, well, if I spend this money and then I don't use the template, girl, that's on me. Like if I don't use the template, that's me not being disciplined and me not doing what I said I'm going to do. So all of that aside, we're going to do what we're supposed to do, and we're going to use the template. So if you don't use Notion, it is kind of overwhelming when you first start. It literally starts as a blank screen, and you can really make Notion whatever you want. But I would highly suggest you like watch some videos maybe first to look and see what Notion is, what it can be, what it can do, so you can really understand it. But I've been using Notion now for about 3 or 4 years. So within my Notion, I have a whole bunch of things, but I put right at the top my favorites, my 12-week year, and it says April 2025 because that's when I'm beginning, within April. So this template, like I said, is so helpful. It's so easy to understand. She even literally has where it says start here. She has a written out step-by-step what you should do to begin your 12-week year, to set your goals, to set your actions, to set your habits, all of the things. Okay. And as you scroll down, you see goals, weeks, habits. Those are separate pages that are separated out. You can get to them multiple ways. And then you go into the goals. So the 12-week goals are here at the top. Currently, my status is set to not started, but because we're gonna do that together, and I'm gonna show you how we do that. And then I have the goals once again. No progress yet because, like I said, I start today. So my 3 goals are pay 1K on my credit card debt, reach 4K watch hours on my YouTube channel, and to set up homeschool for my children. Then I have a bonus goal. I honestly wouldn't recommend this. If this is your very first time doing this 12-week year, I don't recommend you going over more than 3 goals, but there is a reason why I have this bonus goal, and it has to do with the fact that my 3rd goal is pretty small and I really just need to execute. My 4th goal is also pretty small and I just need to execute. I decided to kind of give myself a bonus goal, and my bonus goal is to sell 4 rooms on my October family group cruise. And then as you continue down, it really breaks down the goals into actions, and then it breaks it down week by week. So if I click into the first week, it gives me a step-by-step guide to plan the week. And it tells me what to do. Step 1, I'm going to review my goals. Step 2, I'm going to make a weekly overview. Use the weekly overview below to outline your week. And then step 3, action steps for each goal. So this is the portion that we're going to do together. I'm going to set up my week 1 and I'm going to really show you in depth what we're doing. And then goals and habits. These are things that I've actually already put together. I've already put in my action plans, put in my habits and all that. That was in the setup. And then here is the weekly overview portion where I list out the things that I'm going to do. So it's like I said, this template is very in-depth. This is something that I feel like I needed to be able to execute my 12-week year better than I've been doing it in the past. And I've been looking, honestly, at Anna's, I'm pretty sure her name is, pretty sure you pronounce it Anna. I've been looking at her template for a while now, since I seen her video of her putting the template out, and I've been wanting it, and I was like, you know what, I'm pulling the trigger because this is how I'm going to execute my 12-week year. This is how I'm going to make it work. So, but anyway, that's that. That is the 12-week plan on my phone, the phone view. So now I'm going to pull my computer out, and like I said, we're going to go through each of these things to set up my first week. In the template, she gives you a suggestion of when you should do this, which is basically the night before you're going to start your 12-week year. I am starting tomorrow, so that's why I'm going ahead and doing this process. The way she suggests you do this is to go into week 1. And but actually one of the things I want to do first, I want to go into my goals and I want to set my goals to now. So I'm going to say in progress. I wonder if, okay, it says if I set this to future, it won't interfere with my planning. So I wonder if, oh, it does. It took it away. Okay, so my bonus goal, it took away my bonus goal here, which is actually pretty cool. I think I may just leave that like that and just stick with these 3 goals. And then when I execute this one goal, or I'm still gonna work on that goal because it is something I need to work on. So I'm debating. I think I'll decide at the end. I'll decide at the end of this video whether or not I'm going to put my bonus goal back in here as in currently working in progress to or not. All right, so this is the full view of week 1. As you can see at the top, it gives me the date, which is the first day of the week. So the first day of week 1, and we're gonna pop open planning for week 1. So to start the week is a crucial time for establishing clarity, prioritization, and strategy. Use this guide to break down your 12-week goals into actionable tasks and set the tone for a successful week. So review 12-week goals. Take a moment to revisit each goal in your 12 weeks and answer the prompt below. All right, so goal, I don't like the fact that, why is it out of order? Goal 1, pay 1K credit card debt. Goal 2, reach 4K watch hours. And goal 3, set up homeschool for my children. So I think I'm gonna go back to home, and I am going to put my goal back on there. Goals. I'm gonna go ahead and make this in progress because I need to work on it because of the time. It's like time wise, and then unfortunately this is like why I'm in this place in my life. I haven't been doing the things time wise of like the time of my life that I should be doing, and now I'm like behind, so I need to catch up. So planning week 1. All right, so I've reviewed my goals, so here we are. What are the tasks I can complete this week that will make me feel proud? Making my credit card payments, doing my homeschool research. Excuse my typing. I wouldn't say I'm like an expert typer. I wouldn't say that. Setting up my grip grooves and posting 1 video and 1 short. These are the things that will make me feel proud for the week. How do I want to feel at the end of the week? Accomplished. I want to feel accomplished. I want to feel like I can check the check boxes. I can do the things. So use the weekly overview below to outline your week. Be sure to review any existing commitments and appointments to maintain awareness of your overall schedule. The weekly overview is down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull my phone out really quickly, and I'm going to look at my actual calendar for the week, and I'm going to see what things I have for the week, if I have any appointments. I think I told you I do have a physical planner. One thing also with like planning, I didn't realize that it is important to have a written planner as well as a digital planner. At least it's important to me. I can't have everything digitally and I can't have everything physically, but I do need to have time to integrate both of them. So taking the time to do that, which I've heard of this technique. It's like 30-10-5, 30-10-10, 30-10-20, 30-20-10. Maybe it's 30-20-10. Anyway, but at the beginning of the week, you take 30 minutes to go to like over the week, like combine your physical and your digital planner. And then daily you take 10 minutes to go in and like write in your planner. So maybe it's 30 and 10. I don't know, but that is something that I need to make sure I do. Friday and Saturday. I just have like mom stuff to do, really. So, but nothing like super, yeah, nothing like super strict, right? Like that I feel like that I need to write out here, but I'm gonna think about it some more. But I don't think anything else I need to write down here because yeah, commitments and appointments maintain awareness of the overall schedule. So I'm thinking this is like this overall weekly overview is really the stuff that I would like write down in my planner, in my physical planner. I think we'll see how if that's how I use it. Oh, so I can hit that little checkbox. Oh, I can hit this checkbox too. Lastly, action steps for each goal. Plan out your action steps for the week based on the 12-week goals. Adjust the task as necessary to prioritize what you want to focus on this week. Okay, so within here are the things that I need to do. Research. Okay, so I'm going to do this in week 1. So I'm going to click that, put that in week 1. And I'm not going to sign my kids up as of yet because I need to do the research and then create a budget. I'm taking the time to put my action steps with each goal. So I am done that. So I'm finished with my planning for the week. So I'm going to close that. And then here are the goals and the habits. So here's the actions, right? The actions that I need to do this week. I'm not sure why this is grayed out. This is the only problem with the template. There are some things I don't quite understand. Let me pause. Let me just pause and fix this, and then I can come back and say that I've concluded. Okay, that took a moment. Phew. I was trying to figure out, let me show you what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what? I could not figure it out. I could not figure out why I didn't see it. Okay, back to the beginning. This is the homepage. Okay, so the way she suggests you view each week is by going 2 weeks and then hitting the week that you're in. So week 1, right? And so when I was planning the week, I was like, okay, here I am, I'm planning the week. Here I see these are my goals. And then if you break this down, these are the one-time tasks. And then you also have habits that you do throughout the week, right? So here I see my goals and my habits. These are the tasks. These are the one-time tasks. And then these are the habits that I do throughout the week. That is why I couldn't see what I wanted to see. The one-time tasks, I see the one-time task here of doing the research for the school online. So I only have to do that one time. Once I've done the research is finished and I'm cool, I'm good, I'm gravy. The habit though is something that I'm gonna habitually do, like I'm gonna keep doing. So I'm gonna keep getting cash out every single week. I'm going to keep paying my credit card every single week. I'm going to budget my paycheck every single week. I only have to do each of these things one time a week, but I have a little bit of leeway on when I can do that thing, when in the week I can do it. So same thing for these habits. So I'm going to post habitually. I'm going to keep posting habitually. I'm going to keep making YouTube shorts. I'm going to keep creating 12-week year shorts. You know what I mean? Like all of these things are habitual, and that's why they're here 1 time a week, 3 times a week, 2 times a week, all of that. And I was like, well, why can't I see this one thing? And it's because actions are different than habits. Habits are one time only, like throughout the whole goal, like I need to do this thing one time, versus as habits, actions are throughout the whole goal. I need to do this one single time. And then habits are things that I'm going to continuously do throughout the whole goal. You see the difference? I wasn't seeing the difference. That is why I made the mistake. And I was just like, why can't I find this one thing that's there? And then weekly overview. I think this just gives, I'm pretty sure that this is just giving you a way to like type out your to-do list for the week type situation. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, which like I said, I have a physical planner, so I tend to do that in my physical planner. Like I go through my week. This is what I have to do for a week. This is the to-do list for the week type thing. That is what the weekly overview is for. So okay, I think I'm set. I think I'm ready. I was really concerned for a moment. I was like, what's going on? Why can't I see this? Why can't I see that? I don't understand. I was getting frustrated and I was like, wait, let's just go back to the beginning. Why is this different? Okay, so this is great. This is great. I think I'm ready for my 12-week year. I'm ready. Not think, I know I'm ready. So like I said, my 12-week year starts tomorrow, and we're going through where this is what we're doing. This is my reset. So for my 12-week year, I will be updating you what is going on, how my 12-week year is going. I do monthly reset. So in my monthly reset, I'll be talking about how my 12-week year is going, and then also like show you my template and what it looks like. And that's really what I need to do. That's what I need to focus on, is showing up for myself, showing up for my goal, and executing and making it happen. So that's it, guys. Here we are. We're doing it. We're doing it for real. We are making moves. I'm so excited about this. I feel really good about it. I have a to-do list for today that honestly did have to do with these goals, but don't have to do with these goals, but just like a regular to-do list. And I think really incorporating both of those things together is where I'm kind of lacking. So I'm going to show you another video too of how I do that, kind of incorporate everything together. But my 12-week year goals are like, these are the big overarching things that I want for the vision of my life. And this is how I'm going to execute them. So that is what this is. I feel good. I'm taking a deep breath because I really do feel like the weight of I was feeling a weight of not doing anything pressing down on me. And now the weight is lifted because we're making moves. We're making moves. I love that for me. I love that for me. Another thing that I am going to show you is how I'm going to incorporate time blocking into using this method and then like my everyday life. So I'm going to show you that in another video because time blocking is really, it's really that girl. Using the time blocking system, reminders, alarms, all those things, they really just change your routines. So I'm going to show you that as well, how I incorporate that in everyday life and to not feel overwhelmed when I have alarms going off and notifications going off and all of that. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a little chaotic there in the middle because I got lost, but we brought it back. We brought it back. If you're interested in doing this whole week year, like I said, first read the book. I highly recommend you reading the book. If you don't want to read, check out a summary. I have a summary below, linked below, of the 12-week year, how it works and what you can do to use it to benefit you. And then jump right in. If you want a really good template, I will link Anna's template down below, as well as I'll have my template link down below. It's very simple, straightforward and all that, but you know, check out both of them and see what you want to use, what you want to do to achieve your goals in your life. That's what we're doing. We're achieving goals. I will see you in 2 weeks and we're going to talk about all the goals I've achieved, all the things I've done, all the check boxes I've checked. I'm excited. I'm excited to edit this video, first of all. Just to edit the video. Hype, you hear me? So hype. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about my 12-week year. Like this video, it just helps get the video out to others so that if they're interested in the 12-week year, that they will view the video as well. And comment down below. Let's talk about your goals for your life and how you're using the 12-week year to help you achieve them. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Oh my gosh. I will see you in the next one. Bye.